So here's the next part of our discussion.
At 4.5, my adopted sister was brought home, and they decided it was time to tell me that I was adopted because there was no process involved, right? No long-term pregnancy. And when they did, I still didn't have any questions about the unconditional love that they shared with me. However, it had me question who are my biologicals, why, and an interesting question that went even deeper was based on where I had been so far in that spiritual training was, do I have a father and mother in heaven, and can I talk to them?
Mm.
And sure enough, I could. I had an inner voice that appeared a few months later, just out of the blue, out of the indigo, I guess, because it was during night. And that voice has been with me ever since. Um, it's led me into understanding many, many more worlds beyond this one, and inside and out. Um, it's also been um, a guide for me throughout my life. Then um, fast forward, now I never really had, um, I didn't have any issues with being adopted. I never considered them until I went through a spiritual awakening at 18 and got in touch with that inner child, if you will, that was still feeling a bit wounded.
Mm.
Uh,
The voice you talk about, um, as
yeah,
an adult, it's led you to this. I mean, you and I gelled immediately because we're both quite out there. Um, how
really.
did the yeah, how did the voice begin for you? What was it like? What was
Um,
it saying?
well, the very first time it appeared, I was standing on the landing of our stairway, looking in my with my elbows on the windowsill, looking out over the front porch. It was probably 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. Porch light was on, uh, and all of a sudden I hear this, "Hey, you!" Only it was much deeper, resonant, powerful, yeah, friendly. And it was so loud at that point that I spun around and I asked my mother, who was sitting 15, 20 feet away, if she could hear it. And of course she couldn't. And so I realized, okay, something else is going on here, even at that age. And I I had the experience. I couldn't deny it. I heard what I heard.
So my question then is, I've had this crippling imposter syndrome in my attempts to have relationships, and you read the book that's on this primal wound. So I did not feel traumatized. I had a loving family, la la la, everything perfect. And yet I read the book and went, oh, this is the reason I've not been in relationships, because I've constructed my belief system and it's called avoidance attachment. There's a book called
Oh,
Why Did
sure.
Someone,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, the
Being
book's
a
called,
Cancer, I've never had a problem with that. I've been in multiple relationships. I'm a great grandfather 6 times over.
yeah. Yeah, indeed, indeed. No, that's it. Personal. I was because it's quite pertinent. So, a single relationship or
Take a
more than
breath.
one?
Take a breath.
Yeah, I'm taking a breath. A single relationship, six
Um,
times over, is quite a lot. Did you have six children in a single relationship?
four.
Four, and then two in a.
I have six great grandchildren.
Okay, and four children. Yeah. Okay. So,
Correct. And how here's the interesting thing. Um, I that um, it wasn't the voice, it was the situations at the time that led me to marry my first wife. And then against advice, and then I found out later why. Um, she'd had some trauma as a child, sexual abuse, and it destroyed everything.
come back for the next part of this discussion.